Oh man, today was one of those days, guys. We had all the indexes down big time, as I'm sure you all saw. The S&P down 1.4%, the Nasdaq down 1.8, the Russell down 1.7. We had the Dow down 1.3, and the VIX up over 12%. Man, oh man, was it rough. And SoFi was not looking too pretty at all either, guys. In fact, it was down way more than the indexes, down 7%, over 7% on the day. So we're gonna do an update in this video. If y'all find value, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and guys, don't forget to get up to 16 stocks for Moo, each up to $2,000. Just use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moo. Get your stocks. We'll talk more about that later. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive into it. So where do I even begin, guys? I mean, geez, like I said, everything ended up selling off today, and really all that went up on the day, at least on my watch list, was SQQQ, which was a bear, or it is a 3x bear ETF. We had AG go up, which is a silver stock. Nikola somehow went up, and we had Nike somehow, Inca, Green Day, and Intel. But pretty much other than that, everything was in the red, and it was in the red big time. We had big tech get destroyed. We had a lot of small caps get destroyed today as well. And SoFi, like I said in the intro, guys, went down over 7% on the day. You guys can see we pretty much downtrended all day. I mean, there wasn't any time where we saw, a relief rally. Well, maybe a little bit here, I guess you can say. We did see a bit of a relief rally from around 11 a.m. to about 1 p.m., so 2 hours. But that was barely anything. We ended up getting rejected, and then we dumped aggressively into Power Hour, where we actually hit a fresh low of $7.18. So it's clear that the bulls are nowhere to be found on SoFi, and the downtrend is continuing. And yesterday, where were we at close? Roughly 780, 790. And I mean, guys, we got to 718 today, so we just got destroyed. And you guys can see on the 5-day chart, we're downtrending. Pretty obvious now. We're at, a fresh low on this time frame. We have a death cross. And on the 10-day chart, you can see pretty clearly that we just took out the lows, right? We just took out the lows from, last week, or was that the week before? Looks like it was actually last week. Yeah, 740 is where we hit. So we took those lows out, and the bulls just keep on, again, getting destroyed, and the bears are gaining the edge here, and you can see that on the 20-day chart as well here on SoFi, guys. With today's move, again, we took out the lows from last week, and now we're down officially about $2 from the highs from the middle of last month, being the 18th of September. We hit about $9.20. Now we're at $7.20. We're now down 21%. So SoFi, although it was already in a bear market, I think the high was at $11.50. Now we're in another bear market, essentially, from $9.20 to now $7.20. And who knows, guys, by the looks of it, this could be going even lower. Let me actually pull up this 4-hour chart and show you guys now what's going on. So you can see now we were holding pretty steady up until today, of course, at about 750 roughly. And now we broke under it. It looks like that right shoulder and the head and shoulders is now gaining full-on momentum to the point where, let me show you guys this, we could start going to that $6.75, $7 range. Maybe we start going $6.50, like I've mentioned in videos before here on the YouTube channel, guys, which is why you must subscribe and hit that notification bell. Did you know that subscribing is free? And I think 60% of you guys are not subscribed, so make sure you do that because, again, we do updates all the time, and we covered this when it was at $8.50, and I was showing you guys all the warning signs, and here we are. And of course, a lot of this has to do with an overall, or rather the overall market sell-off. So it's not like we got anything bad from SoFi in terms of any negative catalysts or anything like that. A lot of this is just due to the markets selling off. Again, the indexes got hit today, and that's where there could be opportunity, right? When the markets are selling off in general, a lot of stocks, especially smaller companies, more volatile ones, they get nailed. That could be where opportunity could be, at, right? That's where you could discover opportunity, especially if, again, there's no negative catalyst coming out of the company, the stock, which in this case, at least at least from what I've seen, I've not seen anything negative from SoFi. It's just an overall market sell-off, which is causing money to come out of this to the point where now that we broke under 750, we might be going to 680, guys, 675, mid sixes, which, is not unreasonable at this point in time. You guys can see if I extend that to the right a little bit, at this point, 675, that was the high from the beginning of March. Also, beginning of May. If that point breaks, we could fill the gap down to $6. I mean, this is totally possible on SoFi, and that's what I'm trying to get at here is that's where I'm looking to personally buy, and that's what I mentioned not only a couple of videos ago, the last video, but I mentioned this a while ago when SoFi was trading in the 9s, the 10s. I was telling you guys, if it somehow were to get back to the $5.75, $6.50, $7 range, that's where I'd be buying, and lo and behold, with some patience, it looks like we're starting to get back there. Now, am I saying for sure it's going to go exactly to $6? No, guys, we don't know exactly what the heck's going to happen, obviously. But all I'm saying is watch out for it, right? Keep it on your watch list, and I'm telling you what I'm looking to do. Not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm looking to do in the $6, $7 range, which I think is going to be a spot where maybe we don't rip all the way back to 12, but I'm thinking we will get some sort of relief rally, maybe a short-term bounce back, whatever you want to call it, in the 6-7 range, maybe back to the 8+ range. I don't know. We'll see. But that's kind of what I'm banking on, and that's why I'm going to be buying in that $6, $7 range. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to get up to 16 stocks for Moomoo. I'm telling you guys, this is the best promo right now by far. All you guys have to do is use that link down below or go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo. Open up your account and fund it with your initial $100 deposit. And once you do that, guys, you get 5 stocks right off the bat. And listen to this. Fund your account at least $1,000. On top of those 5 stocks, you get 10 more stocks. And mind you, each of those stocks could be valued up to $2,000. And if you want some more stocks, I know it's crazy, but if you fund your account at least $5,000 on top of those 15 stocks, you also get a free share of either Tesla stock or Google stock, which makes this promo an absolute no-brainer, guys. So get on it. Use that link down below, or again, go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's talk about a couple more stocks here, or just in general, the indexes, which again, guys, oh man, it does not get worse than today. Well, sometimes it does. Maybe in 2020, you guys remember those swings we saw back then when the S&P would go down 15% on the day or 10% or, these massive swings. Other than that, days like today are, as I don't want to say as bad as they get, but they're pretty bad, man. They're pretty bad. And, we saw the selling across the board. The Russell got hit 1.7%, and now we're pretty much right by the lows from a couple of months ago. We had the NASDAQ today get destroyed, down 1.75%. Triple Q's now right at the lows from a couple of days ago. Also from back in the beginning, middle, actually more towards the middle of August. So we're pretty much right back at 355 now, 354. Looks like SPY. Let me pull it up and show you guys the S&P 500 here. Yep, this is getting to 420. I mean, this thing went down 1.3% today. We're taking out the lows from last week. Things are getting worse here, guys. And the VIX is pretty much right at 20 points now, which, it's a multi-month high by the looks of it here on the 4-hour chart. And we had the Dow Jones today, guys, plunge another 430 points. Now it's pretty much at where it was in the end of May. We're talking 5 months ago, guys. So the Dow is almost at a 5-month low. The S&P 500, looking at SPY, let's see, it's almost at let's see here, guys. S&P's almost at a 4-month low. Pretty interesting. Triple Q, not quite there yet, but if it does start dumping under the 350 mark, that's going to be at a pretty much 5-month low. So markets are getting to a point where they've given back all the gains from, not all the gains, but a lot of the gains from, the last couple of months. And if it does slip even more, the index slip more, we could be giving back potentially gains from the entire year. I'm not going to go there yet. I mean, geez, guys, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But let's say on the Dow, if the Dow starts slipping down to, let's say 32,000, 31.8, we're going to be right where we're at. Actually, no, wait a second. Holy crap, guys. The Dow now is where it was in the beginning of the year. So we pretty much already erased the gains on the Dow. The NASDAQ, I'll be honest, is nowhere near that. I mean, we're still sitting on beautiful gains year to date on the NASDAQ. Same with the S&P, but it's interesting. The Dow has lost all the gains from this year. And the Russell, guys, let me see. It might have done the same thing, but it's awfully close if it has not done so already. Looks like the Russell started off the year. Oh my God, guys, the Russell's now in the red. Russell started off the year at about 1850. Now we're at 1730. So the Russell at one point was green back in the beginning of August. Year to date it was green. Now we're in the red, which is not the best sign at all for the Bulls, obviously. Let me see here, percentage-wise, how much in the red we actually are. Roughly, let's see, guys, about 6-7% year-to-date. And it could get worse, man, especially if the Russell does break under 1,700 points. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on X or Twitter, whatever the heck you guys want to call it. Link down below at Stocks Talk Stocks. And I'll catch you guys later.